And welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Survivor Overclock. Last time, we completed Amane's Day 7, and we are finally done with most of the repeated content. Of course, the 8th days for Amane and Naoya kind of just start with a recap of the ending in case you already forgot, you maybe took a break in between playing. We're not really doing that, though. We're just moving straight on to Amane's 8th day and see what it has for us. Hopefully it is exciting. I have indeed seen thy power, thou who art God's child, yet holds the power of Bel. Thou art truly my master. I shall present all my power to the new overlord of Bel.
Did we win?
Is it over? It is over, right? Remiel told me a moment ago, all the powers of Bel have gathered into him. Rather, into God's child, Abel, and the war for the throne of Bel has come to an end. And lo, a king is born.
So everything's good. Is the final option called off? What about the lockdown?
There is no need to worry. Remiel has sworn upon his own name and on God's to lift the lockdown and restore peace. Are you sure we can trust him? The angels may neither deceive nor lie. Their words are unvarnished truth. Dad, we did it!
It's over. He can finally rest in peace now.
We did it! They're finally gonna lift the lockdown!
We really did it! I feel like all my fatigue has just poof!
Yeah! Not only that, but he's an overlord now! I mean, a messiah!
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just, he still looks normal, but he's not really human anymore. I'm sorry. I had no right to say that. You have a huge responsibility ahead. Oh my god. Yes, of course I will. I'm glad you're still the guy we know, no matter how powerful you get. I believe in you, that you're gonna be okay.
I'm right there with you. We only got this far because we put our trust in him. I wish I could take his place, but I know I can't carry such a heavy burden. So I figured the least I could do is follow him with a smile.
Atsuro. Jeez, that was kinda cool. For you, I mean.
What do you mean, for you? Figures. Same old yoo-hoo.
You little... Don't call me yoo-hoo!
I'm glad I came with you. We're about to enter a truly just world.
Well done. God's desires have been met. The King of Demons will kneel before the Lord, and his power will be used for order. A world of total order, free of all sin and chaos, will surely begin. Well then, let us begin by securing the safety of the people in the lockdown. First, order the demons not to attack humans, and bid them return to the demon world.
Humans inside the lockdown, heed us. Cullen Zeller has averted the catastrophe. The Lord has declared Zeller his agent and messiah, and has promised to lift the lockdown. Forthwith, all must treat the Messiah Zeller with respect, as they would the Lord. The Shomonkai supporting Zeller and spreading his word enjoy the same status. The lockdown of 7 days and nights is lifted. The righteous shall return to their lives. Only the Lord's agents may possess the power of demons from this day forth. Those who would willingly give up these powers, go to the Shomonkai. From today on, the world shall be ruled with love, justice, and his will. Love the Lord, love thy neighbor, and love thyself. Live lives filled with light. With the help of we angels and the Messiah, man must create a pure world, free of injustice. This must stem from righteous living. Be considerate of your brethren. Offer them salvation. Unconditionally love thy neighbors without envy or malice. The slightest sins will not be overlooked. Sinners will receive swift judgment. Those who live righteously will be braced by his light, filled with joy and glory. Remember always that no action escapes thy Lord's sight.
Look! The sky's blue! With Babel subjugated and the gate closed, evil has vanished from the air. Well done.
This feels so great!
I agree. I'm exhausted, but it comes with such a sense of fulfillment.
Yeah! We did it! We don't have to fear the demons anymore!
Indeed not. By the Messiah's orders, the demons have been sent back to their world. The lockdown is lifted, and peaceful days will return. All thanks to our Messiah. Does it still make you uncomfortable? You drove back the demons and saved mankind. If you dislike being called Messiah, I will refer to you as I always did before. But the devout will surely continue to venerate you. I hope you get used to it.
It feels kinda strange, calling you Messiah.
Hey, just to make sure, what's our death clock say?
Oh, right! You're not still seeing a number, are you? I knew it! I knew it! We really survived!
Now, your name has become known to all the world as an agent of God. From now on, you must act to carry out the Lord's will as the Messiah.
Huh, and we're going to help him, right? What exactly do we have to do?
An ambassador of God's order. That is the Messiah's role. The world has changed. It will no longer be governed by man's values, but by God's. We must convey this message to the people of the world.
A world dictated by God's values? Is that what God's order means?
Yes, precisely. It is so that people will love others as they are loved. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, hurtful or deceitful actions must be punished.
I agree. There's no place for crime in God's world. Everyone will live in harmony. The question is, how do we crack down on people who commit such sins? It's impossible that we'll be able to catch every tiny transgression.
So what do we do? Even with an army of cops, it'll be impossible!
Until now, those who sinned could escape punishment so long as they were not exposed. That will change. God's sight will not overlook even the smallest sin. That is why the angels will remain. Sinners will be found and judged wherever they hide.
They'll definitely be found with angels on the prowl. Yikes! We can't slip up! But if you live a good life, there'll be no problems, right? Even better! We won't have to worry about a single thing! It'll be amazing!
You think it'll be that easy? If we can't commit any sins, I feel like the pressure is always going to be on. Did we? Well, you could say that.
It's not especially hard. Any who would find it so are those who are tempted by sin. How many people dedicate their lives to wickedness? Most people will face no problems. All they must do is briefly consider how their actions could affect others. Isn't showing consideration for others only natural if they are to live in harmony?
I see. We just have to follow our common sense.
Each person being considerate to others. This is what will bring about a world of order. Remiel said there is special significance in the Overlord spreading God's teachings.
Huh? Why does it matter that he's the Overlord?
Because in time, demons will also live in this world governed by God's order. By living under God's will, the Overlord will guide the demons to order as well. If he uses the power of demons to spread God's order, the demons will witness it. Demons that have never known order will have the chance to do so. That is the first step. God's order will cleanse their sins, eventually bringing true change to the demons.
Wow! That's amazing! Not only will we be helping humans, but demons too!
As Remiel said, only he who is both Overlord and Messiah can accomplish this. Angels, humans, and demons all returning to his embrace is the peace the Lord yearns for. Starting tomorrow, we will work to accomplish this noble goal. Let us all do our best.
Hooray, we established totalitarianism. Anyway, we get a mysterious message from M. Thou who art human, well, let me see. The authority, blah, 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 blah. I think this is just the email you sent us at the end. Let me see. Beneath the light of order, the false, the troublesome, and heretics will be judged according to their sins. I shall watch over thee in hopes that thou wilt act as his loyal servant and show eternal faith in him. I think that part's unique. Anyway, let's get away from that. We're not going to save our progress here. We just have to get right into the game.
Good morning. Did you sleep well last night? I'm glad to hear that. Then I'll go right into the current state of things. The lockdown was lifted a short while ago. There is a checkpoint, but any without particular problems have been allowed out.
Huh? A checkpoint? What do you mean, any without particular problems?
I am referring simply to those who committed no sins during the lockdown. Those who sinned gravely in the past 7 days, or those with comps, face punishment.
Yikes! And they can't hide their sins, right? So there's no escape for them. Wait, I can understand looking for criminals, but why is having a comp a problem?
Demons have immense power, which God has forbidden humans to employ. The Overlord has ordered all demons to return to their world, so they are no threat.
Oh yeah! There's no need to defend ourselves with comps if they're not attacking us.
The comp enables dependence on the power of demons, which could lead to corruption. Only the Shomonkai, with the angel's blessing, as well as ourselves, may carry them. But even they must discard their comps once all the problems are settled. In the end, comps will disappear completely from this world.
But wait, all the demons left after he gave the order yesterday, right? Then no one can use comps anymore. So what do you mean by problems?
Some demon tamers still hold comps, as well as the demons summoned from them.
Huh? Why? Wouldn't their demons have returned to the demon world yesterday too?
Unfortunately, the Overlord cannot command demons with existing contracts. The comp serves as an intermediary for demons and humans to form contracts. Thus, as long as comps exist, his order cannot remove all demons from the world.
That doesn't sound good. Just so I'm clear though, God's order applies outside the lockdown too, right? It's not like the world outside is just like it was, right?
Yes, of course. All the world over has become God's kingdom. Everything outside the lockdown will be governed by God's will, just like here.
A new world is about to begin. A just world that should have always been.
Yep, that's right! I mean, if everything she said is true, war will disappear too! Wow, that would be awesome! It really will be a new world.
Yes, which is why I'd like you all to lend your strength to accomplish this quickly. Many people are comfortable with the lawlessness inside the lockdown now. If these travesties are left unchecked, true peace will be but a dream within a dream.
I see. Rehabilitating the corrupt people here is the first step to God's order.
A job for heroes of justice, huh? Sounds way cool to me! Alrighty, I'm in!
First, we should patrol inside the lockdown. It's the best way to see what must be done.
What's up, Yoo-hoo?
Oh, nothing. Just... don't you think Amane's acting kinda like his secretary?
What's this? Could Yoo-hoo be feeling jealous?
Don't be ridiculous, that's wrong.
Hey, Yoo-hoo!
How surreal would it be to, just be sitting in your home and all of a sudden God declares dominion all over the world and angels just start descending and you'd be like, go about your business as long as you're not sinning. Anyways, I think this route already bites compared to the good Overlord route. Man, we should have allied with Naoya and just been a good guy. Oh well. Anyway, starting the day out, we've got a handful of things to check out here. I'm going to quickly make a save state so that I can load back to in case we miss out on any events here. Gotta remember to not overwrite any of the saves that I've made so that we don't lose out on our diverging point. Alright, so first order of business, I just want to check out the free battles real quick. Not because I'm going to do any of them, but like Naoya's route, in Amane's 8th day route, you have human enemies to fight here, so you can pick up some unique auto skills, like this guy has Dual Shadow Plus. There's probably an opportunity to pick up Grace if you had missed it. This is the only other route where you're... Yep, there's Grace. This is the only other route where you're able to fight human tamers or demon tamers in the free battles in order to pick up unique auto skills. These guys, of course, instead of just being people we're trying to subjugate, are rogue tamers who are defying God's order. So, let's see what we got here. Why don't we start off by touching base with the Shomonkai. At the Shomonkai headquarters are people who seem to be here to turn in their comps.
Ah, Messiah, good news! Many people are turning in their comps at the Angel's request. It's kind of you to say so. I'm working as hard as I can for a new world order.
Well then, please excuse me.
Yes, Master Fushimi. Thank you for your time.
Isn't that Fushimi?
Ah, it's you.
Hey there! What are you doing here, Commander Fushimi?
The government has me talking with the Shomonkai on what to do with the collected comps.
Oh, that makes sense. By the way, how are things outside the lockdown?
The Angel's proclamation seems to have been heard even on the outside, which confused many. Though the government gave an official statement at the same time, so it's in hand for now.
And how is the government dealing with this?
It only became public now, but the Angels have been behind the government since the lockdown. The government would never have gone against the Angels' wishes.
I kinda get it, but not really.
Sorry, I haven't seen what it's like outside for myself. I don't know the details. Anyway, Japan will no longer be what it used to, but things won't change overnight. The outside world will have calmed down by the time we have dealt with things in here. Oh, but one more thing before you go. Our cowardice caused you a lot of trouble. Despite that, you prevented casualties from demons and saved countless lives. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Just know it means a lot to me. If you'll excuse me, I have a full schedule.
God's order seems to be taking hold inside and outside the lockdown. Natural, I guess.
Yeah, but the outside world needs to change too. It might end up being tougher there. There's no demons on the outside, right? Angels showing up would be a big shock.
Indeed, there is much work to be done outside as well. Let us finish things here quickly.
Nice to see that we're maintaining a better relationship with Fushimi in this path. Let's check out Sunshine Boulevard next.
Please, give that back! I'm begging you!
Shut up! Quit this whining over a stupid wallet or I'll kill ya.
But... someone! Someone help me! Please!
Ha! No one's gonna help ya. Everyone's too busy getting out of this lockdown. They don't got time to spare for anyone else. Huh? What do you brats want?
This man is the Messiah, God's agent on Earth. Now, return this woman's wallet.
Messiah? What a bunch of dumbasses.
Did you not hear the proclamation of the angels?
Like I give a damn. You're the ones that decided that. Makes no difference to me.
Hey, am I the only one who sees a weird mark above that man's head?
Oh, you too? I see it too!
What are you blabbering about? Messiah or whatever, I don't care. You think I'll freak out over some snot-nosed brats? Look, kid, don't push your luck with me.
Thou art one who cannot live honestly. Truly pitiful.
What? An angel?
Messiah, why do you hesitate? Look above his head and you shall see the brand of death. You must deliver the proper punishment to his kind at once.
What? Who's getting punished?
Pitiful being, hold your tongue. As I stated, you have received the brand of death. It is a mark on tainted souls beyond redemption who have drowned themselves in sin. Hence you face punishment here. In his name, be you incinerated! Be not afraid, you who have not sinned. Take your stolen belongings and leave.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. The punishment is death? Just stealing a wallet will get you killed?
His punishment was not imposed solely as a result of his actions just now. His soul had already been blackened by his past deeds. As a sign one so corrupt as to be beyond redemption, the brand of death appeared. Correct. Eyes to know the sin of man have been given to the Messiah, spreading his order. And to you, the Messiah's cohort as well, so long as you stay by his side. Follow what your sight tells you and deliver judgment upon those unneeded in his world.
A judgment of death? Whatever they've done, isn't that just plain tyranny?
You not know of what you speak. This is his guidance, and cannot be tyrannical. It is unmistakable truth that some souls are so corrupted that they cannot be saved. These blackened ones will harm the righteous and endanger peace. They have no place in his world. They must be eliminated to protect the righteous.
It's like how patients with contagious diseases are quarantined. If they run free, the disease can spread, so they can't be with healthy people.
Sure, but execution is a pretty far cry from quarantine.
True, but a diseased man isn't to blame for his condition. These people are. It's what they deserve for all the wrong they've done throughout their lives.
Indeed. Hence, those marked with the brand of death must be incinerated for their sins. Change their wicked ways, you say?
That's right. Shouldn't you give them a chance to start over?
When man commits a sin, he feels pain in his heart, but as he commits more and more, he becomes accustomed to that pain and feels nothing. The brand of death signifies this. Leading men such as these to the light, making them feel the pain of sin, is not easy. More likely, these men will continue to sin without giving up their wicked ways. Those with the brand of death must be swiftly judged to keep the righteous from harm. It is a pure heart with such faith in one's neighbor. In light of the purity of your intentions, the choice will be entrusted to you.
Thank you so much! That's a huge relief.
But if the number of those with the death brand does not decrease over time, the choice will be taken from you, and we angels will show no mercy to these humans. The right and responsibility will be yours. Keep that to your heart.
But if they don't repent, then even if they have the brand of death, we'll be bringing judgment on another human. That won't be considered a sin for us?
Yeah, if we judge someone with the brand of death, it means executing them.
Ordinarily, smiting your neighbor would be a grave sin, but you are with the Messiah. Those who lead the demons yet return to his embrace are as like we angels. Thus does the Lord permit you to cast judgment upon those with the brand of death.
He's right. Killing people is still...
You are Messiah and Overlord. You must use demons to carry out judgment upon sinners. If being his judge pains you so, we angels will become your sword to mete out punishment.
The world God wants, huh? I agree that being righteous will bring about order, but...
Yeah, thinning out evil ones, leaving only good will do the job. In theory, anyway.
I do not blame you for feeling that way now. But that is because the world until now pardoned the existence of evil. God's world is not one where sin is punished, but one where it does not exist.
And since we're reforming the world, a few people will have to die? That's still kinda... Well, I can't argue with it. It's already begun. No point in dragging our heels. All right, everyone. Let's do our best.
Man, of course Keisuke would be all for this nonsense. Anyway, this seems that you might think that this is implying that there are two routes to go through for this path, but unfortunately that is not the case. Amane's route only has a single path, unlike Naoya's route. Alright, so we've got a battle involving Honda, of all people. Well, let's make another save state here and see if we can't clean up some more events around the area before we're forced into a battle. So, before we move on with Honda, let's check out the event with the scared people.
Messiah, please forgive us. Thank you very much. I run a convenience store. But when I heard the lockdown was extended, I kept all the goods for myself. Forgive me.
Me too. I ate all the food I had instead of sharing it. I'm sorry.
Please forgive us. Please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll never do it again, I promise.
Was it okay to forgive them like that? I guess they didn't have the brand of death.
Don't worry. If they were irredeemable, the angels would have come to judge them. Although, I suppose we should have told them that too.
I'm sure it was fine. Those guys knew what it was they did wrong. Lots of people probably know they've done bad stuff, but try to keep it to themselves.
To repent is to confess one's sins and ask forgiveness of the Lord. Those who remain silent try to hide their deeds because they know the weight of their sins. Indeed, even if they try to hide it, one's sins cannot be hidden from angels. Those who have committed serious sins will one day be judged.
Then what do we do if someone asks us to forgive a really serious sin?
If that time comes, let us hear them and try to offer them a way to atone. Atonement isn't only for the victims. It's a chance for the sinner to redeem themselves. It is the process by which they become aware of their sin, so that they do not repeat it.
Not falling back on the same behavior. So that'll be another rule from now on. But if people keep at it, I'm sure the world will become a better place.
Haha, we made a small child cry. We are righteous. Alright, so at this point, we can check the lockdown or talk to Amane, which are options we had available. So let's wind the clock back and head to the start of the day and see if we can check these events out without coming at the expense of anything else. There are missable events on this 8th day, just like with Naoya's 8th day, so let's check the lockdown next.
Please line up behind the person in front of you. This area is extremely crowded. If you have a comp or weapon for self-defense, find the nearest representative.
Oh, this looks like one of the lockdown exit checkpoints.
Ow! Hey, stop pushing!
That wasn't me! Everybody pushes in a crowd like this!
What? You're so selfish, you know that?
Uh-oh! A fight's gonna break out! We gotta stop them!
Yeah, I agree.
Wait a second, though. Look!
Huh? What's she doing?
What? Who are you calling obnoxious?
Who else fits the bill other than you?
That's enough.
What do you want?
This doesn't involve you. Keep your nose out of it. Wrong. This involves everyone here. Didn't you hear what the angels said yesterday? Be considerate of your brethren. Offer them salvation. Remember? Ugh, sure, but nobody enjoys being in a crowd like this. That's why we have to be considerate.
Sorry. Sorry I called you obnoxious. I was on edge because of the crowding.
I was out of line too. It's impossible not to shove people in crowds like this.
That was a surprise. That lady's pretty amazing. It's hard to stand up like that.
Yeah, and it seems like the rest of them have calmed down thanks to her. Phew.
It seems that some are already putting the angel's advice into practice. There seem to be no other problems here. Let us patrol someplace else.
Alright, so at least some people are taking the possible intended message for this whole Messiah lark. Anyway, let's talk to Amane now.
I've done a check around the park. There don't seem to be any particular problems. We have some time, so I'll fetch some drinking water for the group.
Is it just me, or does Amane seem really upbeat lately? You think so too? She can be hard to read.
Did I hear my name?
What? It was nothing. I wonder where Atsuro went. Why don't I go look for him?
I'm sorry. I couldn't help but overhear. Do you also find me hard to read? I hope so. But I'm somewhat at a loss. Ever since I was young, my father disciplined me to not show emotions. That was how a Shomonkai maiden should present herself to the other adherents. After finishing compulsory education, I elected to devote my life to the Shomonkai. I don't regret not pursuing higher education, but I am aware of what I left behind. When I watch the rest of you, those buried emotions begin to rise to the surface. Spending time with friends, studying, and having relationships. I wish that I could have known a regular high school life like the other girls. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring something like this up with you. Please, forget what I just said. Spreading God's order should be our focus now. From now on, I will dedicate my life to you, the Messiah. Please, guide me through this.
So we get a bit of an explanation for Amane's stoicism there. That's always nice. Get a little bit more background information on her than we otherwise would have. We don't, in the context of the original Devil Survivor, you don't really get too much exploration into Amane's character, so in that game, she's just perma-stoic. Alright, let's check out what's going on with Honda. I can't imagine he's taking the end of the lockdown too lightly. He was pretty reliant on his comp.
Everyone, line up single file. Those with comps must declare them.
So here's where they're collecting comps. They really mean business.
Angels are watching from behind the SDF, too. No one's sneaking anything out.
Yeah, you can't lie to an angel.
Those who try to hide comps will attempt to use demons for their own interests. Police will be unable to deal with comp using criminals, thus the strictness here.
Comps will be very tempting for criminals. They can't be allowed out into the world.
Look! They finished examining someone and they're letting him out!
Actually, I want to get out of here too. When will we be allowed to go home? I'm sorry, but you will most likely have to wait until all this has been dealt with. I thought so. I at least wish I could call home.
If the lockdown's lifted, the jamming signal should stop too. Our cells will work then.
Someone help! Demon tamers are running wild!
Indeed, let us hurry. Acts of violence cannot be allowed in this new world of order.
We can't let a single demon tamer out of the lockdown! Tenacious bastards. And we got the angels to deal with on top of that.
You there! Stop this! Drop the comp and leave at once, or face the consequences.
Those kids.
What? Huh? Honda?
It won't end well for me if I go up against them. I'm sorry, but I refuse. I absolutely must bring back this comp.
Hey! Who are they? Those members of the Shomonkai?
Be careful, they're extremely skilled. Concentrate on the SDF if you want to get out.
Ah, that must be the Messiah the angels spoke of. We're saved!
As promised, Messiah, this place will be left to you. Deal with it as you will. Alright, so our first battle of Amane's 8th day, and this one's a bit of a doozy. We have to stop these demon tamers from escaping, and you will find that they all have pretty high speed stats, so they can move quick. So we really need to make a decisive opening strike in order to prevent them from escaping the lockdown. So let me get my team set up here, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I think I'm ready here. Hopefully I can do this right. This one can be pretty tricky. Fortunately, we do get to go first, as per usual, so we can quickly move into position and start setting up a blockade. So I'm going to return Garuda. I made sure to put Bishamon into the stock so I can pull him out, and pull out a double kill to start this battle out.
I'll remember this! Wait, I didn't mean that!
Alright, so got those guys taken care of. Now I'm going to stand in the center spot, so the only people who can get past me now are people who have Flight or Phantasm, so that should help us out a little bit here. Let's actually go over the guys that just spawned in. So, let's see. These guys, let's see, that's Mithras and Shigata, so this guy, do need to worry about him making a move for it. Let's see. Doesn't look like anybody else here has Flight, so this will actually change up how I'm going to approach this just a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll have Atsuro take out the guy with Shigata. We also want to make sure these guys do not rush the right side here.
I won't give up. For my son's sake, I can't lose.
May as well show off Honda's battle here. Not that it's really going to be that interesting, since it's going to boil down to Garuda just absolutely decimating him. Fortunately for the intrigue of this fight, we won't have to worry about that kind of thing from Amane.
They sure are strong. I need more power. Stronger demons. I'd give my life for one.
Thine raging heart and dark anger hath reached me.
Huh? That voice!
Answer me, wrathful one. Dost thou yearn for my power?
Yes, I want power. The government put me in this lockdown. I want a raging power to destroy them and anyone who'd stop me from leaving.
thy desire has been heard. My name is Susanoo. I shall grant thee this raging power.
You will? Then lend me your strength. I'll be eternally grateful.
Of course, but thou art not yet sufficient to meet this trial. Well, we shall go hence.
What was that just now?
Let us put that mystery aside and deal with the enemies before us first.
So, unfortunately for us, Honda escapes with his comp. Now, I want to take out this guy with the Shigata next because he will be able to fly over the blockades we set up. We also want to have Amane, or either Amane or Yuzu, it doesn't matter too much specifically, make a break for the right side so that we can block off that little gap there. Fortunately, this is the last guy we should have to worry about who can break through that. As I was trying to say earlier, before things got a little bit more complicated, we are in the 8th day, and the enemies have kind of caught up with us in levels, so we do have to take these fights pretty seriously. We don't want to get careless, and we want to make sure we're doing the most efficient or effective things possible. Let me see here. I don't think I have another... Actually, as a matter of fact, I do have another beast in stock, so I think I can make a slight break for the right side here. Won't be able to get over this barrier, but that's not a huge deal. So, bringing in a bit of an unusual pick here, we've got Beast Kabuso. He's just coming in so that we can take advantage of Animal Leg to move around here. Alright, so Magic Yin to set us up here. And let's hit him with Megiddo. Kabuso can just guard. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out here. We do have the initiative. Oh, never mind. So that was a waste of effort. Oh, well. Yeah, unfortunately the team here is a little slow. A little on the sluggish side. I wanted to set up Amane with Victory Cry for better healing, but unfortunately she just doesn't have the stats to use it, so...
Bastard! I'm screwed!
That's just something we're going to have to deal with, and we're also just going to have to deal with the fact that Kabuso got taken out there. But hey, we can bring him back in. Maybe get better luck next time. Alright, let's see how everybody decides to move here. Alright, bit of rough stuff there. Atsuro just got paralyzed. Ditto for Behemoth. Okay, that was funny. Atsuro is just completely paralyzed here, so he's going to have some problems. These guys are trying to bind us to keep us from moving forward. Let me see here. Better focus on the guys who are the closest to breaking through, so let's focus on taking these guys down. Create another mini blockade here and deal with this guy. No problem in that engagement. Look at all the experience we're getting.
Damn!
Good stuff here, good stuff. Alright, Atsuro's turn is coming up next. Let me see. He hasn't been bound. Unfortunately, only Nyarlathotep is going to have serious chances of actually contributing into this next fight, but as long as we can cripple these guys and keep them from putting up a good offense here, we should be fine. Alright, so he banned Fizz, so that's a bit unfortunate, but nothing we can't handle also. That Bufudan will be pretty weak from Behemoth there, but as long as it can get through, if he's not paralyzed, it should be able to finish this guy off, and it did. Nice. Behemoth has horrible MP, but if he gets enough magic points...
All I wanted was to get rich quick.
He can still deal decent damage with whatever magic you set him up with. Not great, but decent. All we needed was the kill there. Alright, there we go. No problem with that one. As long as you approach everything with the right strategy,
You guys are monsters.
you'll have no problem in battles like this.
That takes care of them. It's thanks to you that they didn't escape the lockdown. You can leave the rest to us. Thanks again, Messiah.
I appreciate your efforts. Well then, shall we?
Got a moment, Amane? I want to ask about that Susanoo guy that Honda summoned. What happened there? He's the Overlord, and there are still demons who disobey him?
Yes, the vast majority of demons belong to one of the various demon courts. Even demons not part of one of these courts are reluctant to defy one such as the Overlord. On top of that, he is the King of Bel, noble and mighty even amongst other demons. His power is not taken lightly even by demons belonging to other courts. No demon would defy him and come here independently, other than those bound to a comp.
Huh? But one just did that a second ago!
Maybe it was ordered by a different overlord? One on par with the King of Bel?
What? No way! I can't go through all that again after we've come so far!
No, I recall Remiel telling me about this. No overlord is as attached to the human world as the original Bel. The chances are extremely low that another overlord would show interest in our world.
What? Then why did that Susanoo show up?
If that truly was none other than Susanoo, I can offer a few theories. Yes, you are correct. Susanoo is a guardian deity of Japan.
Huh? A guardian deity?
Guardian deities refer to the gods that have existed since the ancient days of Japan. He must have appeared to fight the demons spilling into Tokyo due to the War of Bel.
So, this is basically a turf war for him?
In a manner of speaking, his reason for being here is different than other demons.
She's right. Our problem is that he's lending his power to a demon tamer. It looks like we'll have to take away Honda's comp. I feel sorry for the Susanoo guy, but we'll have to deal with him too.
So, it looks like the gods of Japan are not so keen on a Judeo-Christian takeover of the country, leaving us in a bit of an interesting situation having to deal with Susanoo. With that done, we've got another battle opened up for us here at Shiba Park, so let's just update our save states real quick. Gonna be going through a lot of these today. And let's get into this one to see what it has to offer us.
Stop this violence at once! Hand over your comps!
Like hell we will! What kind of moron would just let go of power like this?
He's right! And if you don't shut the hell up, we'll kill you too!
Those are demon tamers. It seems they refuse to give up their comps.
Look, you can see the brand of death above their heads.
So these are some of those people who've forgotten the pain of their conscience.
This is a job for us! We have to convince them to repent like we promised! Let's do whatever it takes to save them!
Huh? Who are you?
It's the Messiah! Messiah and Lady Amane. I'm sorry, but these men will not discard their comps.
How are we supposed to live in this world without our comps? They're for self-defense! What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You must have realized that the demons have disappeared since last night. You also must know that comps are no longer necessary for self-defense. If you will still not let them go, it follows that you are abusing their powers.
What? That's BS. Prove it.
Defenders of justice can see the brand of death on you. That's all the proof we need.
Have you not hurt others with the power of demons? You may have stolen from them as well.
You were watching.
What folly! Using demons for one's own personal gain.
Ha! So you know what I did. Big deal. I couldn't help it. Power's meant to be used. Anyone who can lead normal lives in this hellhole, they're the crazy ones.
That's right. It's not like we were wrecking stuff before the lockdown. But with demons, you can do whatever the hell you want. You just gotta say the word.
These guys' consciences failed because they don't have to get their hands dirty.
Yeah, that's it. It's not our fault. Blame this comp thing.
Yeah, that's the ticket. We'd have been upstanding citizens if not for those comps.
Huh? What are you talking about, Messiah, man? It ain't our fault at all. Don't hate the player, hate the game. See ya!
Do you truly believe we'll allow such excuses? Very well. If you say the comps are at fault for your sins, discard them at once.
Yeah, like we do that. There's no way I'm letting go of power like this so easy.
And thus we are thrust into another battle. And looks like we got Showman Kai helping us out over there, although it does not look like that if they die or get defeated, we get a game over, so that's nice. This means we've got a nice knockdown, drag-out slugfest. So, with that being said...
Whew, that's one down. Let's keep it up and get the other tamers under control. Ugh!
They've got the brand of death on them. Should we call for the angels?
They must be restrained first, before we decide upon a course of action.
First things first, we need to take those comps away.
Whoa!
Who the hell do you guys think you are? There's no way this world of God can happen.
Chaos is gonna rule the world forever! That's why we ain't gonna let these comps go!
Damn it! Messiahs are this strong! Damn it! Can't believe a kid like you took my comp. Well, you... I see. So that's it. You're right. I forgot how it felt to be robbed. Huh. So this is what it was like for all of them. It's total crap. Damn, I'm so pathetic.
I can't fight anymore!
Ah!
Everything's under control again. Thank you for all of your help. How shall these men be treated? What? You're going to leave their fates up to them?
I know what you're trying to say. We need to put an end to this ourselves, right? All right. We'll smash our comps. Cool?
You claimed to us that the comp was the cause of your sins. Maybe you spoke thoughtlessly, but you would not have said it unless you felt that way. In which case, it may be best that you destroy it for you to be fully aware of your sins.
You might as well be speaking Greek, lady. But yeah, I know I gotta do this. I got mugged as a kid. I was so pissed at myself that I couldn't stop them. I cried. And now look at me. As soon as I got some power, I ended up doing the same thing.
Yeah, I remember that. The two of us tried to get back at him. And we ended up going back home, our tails between our legs, crying our eyes out. We're such dumbasses. Let's put an end to this. No need for these anymore.
Ha! Yeah, we should have done this from the start. Maybe then we'd have...
Who knows? Maybe we were always weak, and that's why we needed this crap. It ain't the comp's fault. We were candy asses. That's why we ended up like this.
I hate to bring this up, but you guys have been branded.
Branded? What are you talking about? But hey, you guys really helped us out. We're through pushing people around. We're gonna live a better life, I swear.
Huh? The brand of death went away!
Whoa, an angel?
Oh crap, it's the angels. What are they gonna do?
We're seriously sorry.
Oh, me too! I'm really sorry!
We did a lot of bad stuff. We used demons to rob and hurt people.
Yeah, what he said! But that Messiah told us to clean up our act, and we repented. I don't know nothing about God or anything, but we did bad stuff and we're sorry.
Your words are genuine. You have undergone a true change of heart through the Messiah's chastisement. Your sins still burden you, but with a pure heart you may atone for your actions. Thus, we shall not stand in judgment of you. Confess and be judged by man's laws.
Right.
Whatever you say.
Messiah and cohort, your deliverance of these sinners was truly magnificent. We have witnessed great strides toward the Lord's world of order this day.
Man, was I nervous. The angel showed up even after the brand was gone. I almost freaked.
Seriously, my stomach fell when I thought they might get killed right in front of me.
Man, we are K-Rad. We were so persuasive, we made the brand of death disappear. If we put our minds to it, we can save even people the angels have forsaken.
You're amazing! Totally awesome!
Oh, but if we hadn't changed their minds and erased the brands, they'd have died. This time, those people were doing bad things because they had comps. But what about people with deeper problems and worse sins? Can we save them? Like, could we have saved the guy those angels judged in Ikebukuro? Yeah, it really is tough.
Sinners with the brand of death have some motive causing them to sin. To prevent such people from arising, we must form a world where no one sins.
Yeah, I agree. Amane has a point. It'll take time, but if people change little by little, the world will change too. I guess so. Sorry if I acted weird. You're right. We have to think about the future.
Until now, man has lived with no sense of responsibility for his actions. That will no longer be the case. In this world, everyone will bear responsibility.
Being responsible for your own actions. Yeah, that's a necessary first step.
Indeed, God does not ask the impossible of mankind, but modern man cannot take on even such clear responsibilities. Yes, I believe that as the Messiah, you will be able to lead mankind on that path.
Alright, so we've gotten that taken care of, and we've actually managed to absolve people of their sins, or at the very least, managed to get them to repent and actually think about their actions. With that, we've got a couple other events to check out. Is this Yuzu one different? You know what, just real quick. Yeah, okay, I was just checking the save before we did that event. This Yuzu event was different in Kudanshita, so let's check it out now.
Hey, can I talk to you for a sec? It's about Honda. How did he summon a demon without an auction contract? I thought the only other time you form a contract is when you first boot up the comp.
Yeah, I summoned Yama the same way, but I don't know how I did it either.
Oh, maybe now you programmed a function like that into the comp. Is that really all there is to it? I'd have thought our desire was pretty strong.
True. There must be more to it than that.
What do you think, Atsuro?
Well, I think it's correct to say the comp reacted to a strong desire.
Huh? Does that mean you can't do it with just a comp?
Remember how we looked over Nalya's notes? The energy required to summon is drawn from the emotions scattered around the net. But those emotions might not have to come from the net if the owner's will is strong. It's possible the comp was able to draw on those.
Perhaps. In either case, if there are no comps, we can be sure it won't happen again.
So, all the comps need to be taken back to prevent another Honda from happening. Okay, I'm glad we at least figured out some safeguard against it.
Yeah, it'd be really dangerous if just anyone could summon demons like that. We need to get all the comps out of Demon Tamer hands.
Alright, so that's that taken care of, and let me see, so that's the Amane event, and I bet that, Kudanshita event, if we back it up, I wonder if that's also Yuzu. You know what, let's, or not Kudanshita, the Suidobashi event in the Tokyo Dome. Oh no.
Someone help!
Huh? Hey, what's wrong?
This policeman over there! A lady's gonna get killed!
Everyone, let us go.
Whoa there, lady. One false move and I'll shoot.
Why are you doing this? The angels told us to live righteous lives!
Huh? You mean the stuff about the Messiah that weird creature was saying? Well, then why don't we put it to the test? If the Messiah exists, he should show up. Let's see what happens first. Mr. Messiah appearing or your brain getting blown out?
Please, don't do this! Let me go! Angels, Messiah, someone please save me!
I love it when a woman screams like that.
This is unforgivable. He's gone much too far.
What are we gonna do? If we don't act fast, he'll kill that lady.
Please give us your command. Understood. Then please use your power over demons.
Huh? What's this? Are you that Messiah kid? Sorry, what was that? You're so damn far off that I didn't catch a word. Then I'll give him something to see. It'll be awesome. A public execution!
You moron! Stop!
A demon? What the hell? Stop! I thought the demons were all gone.
Are you all right? Did he hurt you?
Demon! No, please!
Do not be afraid. That demon serves the Messiah. It will not attack you.
Then you're the Messiah? For real? Oh, thank you so much. I knew you'd come for me. I'll never forget your kindness.
We did it. Well, if we hadn't called them, the lady would have been killed. Still, I don't know.
I know. But I think he made the right choice.
Yeah, I know.
Let us work to ensure that no one receives the brand of death as soon as possible. That is the most we can do.
Now that event can play out in another way. If you try to reason with that guy, the angels will just come in and kill him for you anyway. You could also have called the angels to bring them in. Also, sorry that there was a skip in the dialogue there. I swear I only hit it once, but for some reason it just sped right through it. But yes, we actually were able to judge that guy. And like I said, if you didn't judge him personally, the angels would have done it for you. So we have to show that we are capable of bringing that stuff into our own hands. With that being said, let's go talk to Yuzu.
Hey, I've been wondering, even if we take a sinner's comp, can't they just get their hands on another one? Huh? Why not?
Think about it. It was the Shomonkai who was handing out the comps. They needed to corrupt Tokyo to summon Belberith to the human world. But now there's no need for that, and they're collecting comps on the angels' orders.
Yes, that is correct. That is why comps are very difficult to come by now. Though it is true that people can still rob other demon tamers of their comps.
Oh yeah! So if we all keep collecting them, the comps will eventually be gone. That's a load off. After all we went through, I thought they'd still be easy to get.
That was a surprisingly quick and to-the-point scene. Okay, and there's the Kudanshita event. Alright, so, hey, it's Shoji. We haven't seen her in a while. Let's go see what she's got to say. There's nothing else happening around the city. No, alright, let's talk to Shoji.
Hey there! The scout troop over there!
Scout troop? We're scouting around, sure, but I don't think that's...
Whoa, Miss Shoji, what's up?
I walked all over looking for you, and I mean all over. My feet are all wow.
But wow?
Anyway, am I right in thinking you're the Messiah and his followers? Bingo. All that walking paid off.
But wasn't that obvious?
I was setting the tone as a reporter. Let's start over. Mind giving an interview?
An interview?
Sure, I'm a reporter, aren't I? And my beat is everything related to the lockdown. So I got outside this morning, made appointments, caught the official statement. Phew. Nah, it's nothing tasticness for me. All in a day's work for a reporter.
Nothing tasticness? Anyways, Miss Shoji, did you say you were outside?
Of course I was, bright and early this morning. I am a reporter after all.
Ooh, how are things outside the lockdown? Please tell us.
Whoa, calm yourself. There's little to tell, no matter how much you tug at my sleeve. Between the statements of the angels and the government, almost no one is outside.
The government's statement? What was it about?
Let's see here. The angels' proclamation across the world last night is true. Japan welcomes this, and from here on will run the country according to their guidance. As far as enforcement goes, punishment will be at the angels' discretion. So even if our national laws are disregarded, all must obey the angels' instructions. That's the gist of it. Basically, they're saying to obey the angels completely.
Just as Commander Fushimi said, it's only natural that they'd be confused.
Seems like it. Everyone's too scared of being punished to come out of their homes. I was in the dead center of Tokyo, but it was like a ghost town. Not being able to catch a cab made getting around the city a real pain. Although, the media district and my office were full of people like usual.
The angels' punishment aside, has the government spoken of how the country will be run?
A good number of people think the angel statement was an elaborate radio hijacking. And you should hear the howls coming from religious leaders and eschatologists. That's why they're focusing first on convincing everyone that the declaration is real. Once people settle down, I think they'll explain more about how this is going to work. The foreign embassies are all clammed up for the moment. It happened pretty fast. That's about it for what I know. Oh, no problem. Quid pro quo is the way to go when things are tight. Trust a reporter.
If you find out anything else, please let us know.
Leave it to me, good buddies. I'm a little older than you, so I don't mind helping out.
I don't think it's just a little, but sure, thanks.
We're all very grateful, I'm sure. We'll see you later.
You guys be careful too. Oh, wait a second. Dang, I completely forgot to interview them. But I won't give up. I'm a reporter.
Man, why is Shoji so weird and quirky in these 8th day scenarios? She doesn't act like that in the rest of the game. Whatever. That was a pretty good burn that Yuzu got on Shoji there. Good thing she didn't hear that. Hey, new Amane event. Let's check it out.
Is something wrong?
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about that too. We need to know what we'll be up against.
Susanoo? Very well, I'll tell you all about him. Susanoo is a raging god, born when Izanagi, back from the underworld, rinsed his nose. Izanagi, angered by Susanoo's wish to see his mother Izanami, exiled him.
He's a raging god, but he wanted to see his mom? That's kinda cute. You think maybe Susanoo came because of Honda's strong desire to see his son?
Quite possible. That sort of sympathy could have led to him lending Honda power.
What if it wasn't just Honda? What if Honda's family wanted to see him too? Maybe his son was lending him strength too. I mean, that's just a thought, but... I know I brought it up, but I was hoping you'd shoot that idea down. If that was true, I'd have some real reservations about fighting him.
Susanoo lent his power in response to love for one's family, huh? Looks like even a raging god has something he wants to protect. Yes, that is so. But we cannot turn a blind eye to this at the cost of order.
Yeah. I feel sorry for Honda, but we still have to stop him.
Alright, so we got that underway. I see Honda on the list here. Where is he? He is in Shinagawa, and there's a battle available for us. Additionally, we've got an event at Central Street, and hey, Haru! She didn't come up at all, and now he is 8th day, so that's an interesting thing to see. But let's deal with Honda first. I just want to update our save states real quick, so let's get this set up, and let's see what Honda has for us.
The raging god Susanoo, huh? With his power.
Found him! Honda's over there!
Oh, it's you. Did you come looking for me? I'm not doing that. I'll never give up.
What can you do all by yourself? Please stop this! Hold it! You're not touching him! He's not by himself!
You're Honda, right? We're right there with you, dude.
Huh? Who are you?
You're out to take that comp outside the lockdown, aren't you? The more help you have, the better. So why not team up with us and deal with them?
I see. You have your own intentions for the comps, I assume?
Hell yeah! I ain't letting go of power like this so easily. Our demons are chump change compared to that insane one you have, but we can fight. How about it? We both got nothing to lose.
Let's join forces and break through the lockdown. We'll do whatever we can to help.
All right. Then let's work together.
More enemies? Looks like their goal is to get their comps out of here.
Looks like the tables have turned. We'll beat you and make our escape.
Yeah! Messiah God, I don't give a crap. I just hope you're ready.
You who challenge the winged ones of different skies, I shall grant you my power.
Whoa! What's this? I'm overflowing with power!
That voice! No way! Is that another guardian deity?
Sheesh, can't we ever catch a break?
Here goes, Mr. Messiah!
Alright, so once again, we've got another slugfest, and we've got to defeat all these guys. So let's just take a look at what we got to deal with here. I'm not sure how that little power boost they get affects them, but not really too much of a big deal. Of course, the man of the hour here is Susanoo. Note that he can reflect physical attacks, so be sure to approach him with somebody who can get around that. Hey, what's that unique skill that he got? Enable second skirmish and move through obstacles. Nice, it's like a combination of double up and phantasm. Pretty cool stuff there. Otherwise, he's physically pretty powerful, but we should be able to handle him no problem. Let me get my team set up, and then let me just cut through all these guys, and I'll show off the main interesting fights with Susanoo and Honda. I'd just like to point out that I just noticed what the bonus all these guys get. They are at 65 speed, which means they get a pretty impressive boon in the turn order. The Honda and Susanoo do not get that similar boon.
God? Angels? Why on earth should I obey them? Are we gonna lose?
I'm sorry, everyone.
The Messiah, huh? What a bunch of saps. They're too strong!
I had a feeling we wouldn't beat these guys.
Oh, that's it for me.
Raging god Susanoo, lend me your strength!
I will. The foreign god and king of Bel have no dominion over this country. you can see, Susanoo is no joke. Now, despite the game saying that you game over if you die, that actually is not the case. Your main character can fall as many times as you want him to, so long as you have the option to revive him in battle, so let's just bring him back in. Yeah, a bit undesirable there, but not the end of the world. Fortunately, this is exactly what we have Samarikarm for. Alright, with that all said and done, I'm back in. Recarm is really broken for stuff like that. Let's go in. I really should have set up a better team for dealing with this guy, but oh well. Not everything is going to go to plan, and that's what keeps things interesting. So let's finish off Susanoo here. And you know what? I feel like I kind of like the cut of this guy's jib. I'd really like it if we could make him a demon of our own. He's not going to stand up to this holy dance, though. We'll drain his MP, I guess. Come on, Dual Shadow. Ow. Of course it goes on Dream Feast. But, Black Maria, she does enough damage to finish him off for us there. That is Susanoo taken care of. One of the more threatening guys here. What? The Overlord of Bel? Such dreadful power doth he possess.
This can't be. Is the Overlord too much even for Susanoo's power? Damn it! All I wanted was to get rich quick.
Alright, we're all set up here to finish off Honda. He gave Atsuro quite the run for his money, but he's not going to perform nearly as well against Yuzu, who has all the things needed to completely trounce what he has available. As you can see, he's able to revive his demons at the start of the fight, but that's not really going to help him out too much. Get Murmur out of the picture, so once Garuda's turn comes back around, he'll be able to multi-strike no problem. Gotta be really mindful of the Fizz repellers at this stage of the game. They can completely dismantle any multi-striking strategies if you're not mindful of them. Of course, if you have your own physical nullification skills on your characters, you can get around them that way, too.
What? No! How could I have lost?
Oh, we're finally done. Whew, that was tough.
Yeah, that takes care of that. Thank you for your efforts, everyone.
Why? I just wanted to go back to my son. I was given a mission to bring back a comp. My son's medical bills were sky high. If I didn't do this, I could never pay them. And it's impossible now. Even with Susanoo's power, I couldn't beat you. There's nothing left for me. Nothing whatsoever.
But hey, Honda!
He's gone. I feel kinda sorry for him. I sympathize with his poor fortune, but we can make no exceptions for any tamer. This is how it should have been. Using demons to attain one's happiness is wrong.
Trampling upon the feelings of a man concerned for his child? Is this your new world?
It's that voice we heard a minute ago.
My name is Okuninushi. I am the creator of this island nation.
Okuninushi?
I have seen your power. You drove off Susanoo, proving that I underestimated you.
It was you, wasn't it? You gave those tamers power and Susanoo to Honda. Why would you do all that? What are you trying to do?
I am this land's creator. I cannot hand it over to your like. No king of Bel could bring this nation together.
Indeed. He is the only one recognized by God as the Messiah. I'm positive that he'll prove to be an excellent leader. You, however, have abdicated this nation once. Why do you show yourself now?
I abdicated because I had determined that humans could take responsibility. I have continued to watch over this country in the ages since. And now you have come here attempting to wrest control of what I created? I do not recall performing the ritual of abdication with you. That is why I have come. So, you believe that you can prove your worthiness to reign over this nation? Very well, I shall test you to see if you are truly worth of leadership. As the name implies, a messiah is one with the power to save the world and its people. As luck would have it, one related to you suffers eternal punishment from your god. Bring salvation to this human, and I will acknowledge your power and leave you in peace. Yes, prove to me that you can live up to the mantle you have claimed.
But wait! The conditions are too vague. How will we know if they've been saved?
You put such a question to me? And you call yourself the Messiah? Ridiculous. Hey, Atsuro was the one who asked that, jerk. Think deeply about why this person's sin is not forgiven. But there isn't much time. Many in this land are opposed to your methods. You have until 1800. If you cannot overcome the trial by then, my minions and I will take back the land. At which time, I will return the land to its original void and create a new nation.
Its original void? Does that mean he's gonna destroy Japan? Then what's gonna happen to all the people here? I don't care if he is the god who created Japan! We can't let him do that!
Damn it! This is bad. We only have until evening. That's not a lot of time. So Okuninushi was the one giving power to the demon tamers.
Hey, Amane. What kind of god is Okuninushi? Simply put, he is the god who created the nation of Japan. But it seems that Okuninushi had no intention of ruling over his own country. He forfeited his right to rule to another, in a process called abdication.
Oh, so that's why you brought up that abdication thing to convince him.
And he's willing to do it if we save someone from eternal punishment, right?
Yes, and I believe he already knows who this someone is. In all likelihood, yes. He was referring to your cousin.
Oh yeah, I remember that coming up when we fought him yesterday.
Just as he was Abel, Naoya was Cain. Since Cain killed his brother Abel, he received a punishment that persists to this day.
Is this about what you said yesterday? He'll be punished until he faces his sin.
Still, his life must have been more hellish than we can imagine. He's had ages to think things through, and he still decided to get revenge against God.
Still, it was Naoya telling me to hold on to the comps that got us into all this. Oh, well, that's true. But still...
I agree. He became the Messiah as a result of you three acquiring comps.
It depends on how we look at it. He did drag everyone into the lockdown. But in giving us comps, he also gave us the means and the power to survive.
You're right.
And he did let him make his own decision in the end.
Yeah, he's not what you'd call open about his feelings.
Yeah, in the end, I feel the same way. Okuninushi aside, I want to help Naoya. But how can we save him? I mean, this punishment came directly from God.
Yet we must not give up. Our only choice is to begin by speaking to him.
But our deadline is sundown. What's gonna happen if we can't do it? What? Oh, come on! Give us a break!
Okuninushi said that if we fail, he'll destroy Japan and make it over again.
A clean slate. And we'd be wiped off along with everything else.
Yeah, there's not much time left, so let's get moving and find Naoya.
And with that, we can now fuse Susanoo, who is an amazingly good demon. Highly recommend creating this guy if you plan to take on the ultimate bonus boss. But yes, we have our objective and our adversary for the day, Okuninushi, the creator of Japan. Ironically, despite how important he is to Japanese mythos, he's usually kind of a mid-tier demon in most games. This is the only time I can think of offhand where he's got such an important standing in the actual story, serving as our final boss. So let's just take a look around here. We got that event at Central Street, something at Bugeikan, and of course we've got Naoya. So let me see here. I'm just thinking about how I want to approach this. Let me just double check our events real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, nothing that was there previously is missing from the list. Just wanted to double check that real quick. Let's talk to Naoya, since conveniently he made himself present as soon as we got our task to find him.
Hey! Naoya! Doubt finding him will be as simple as this. Hey, do you have any ideas where he might be? Oh, I get it. So that's why you decided to come here.
Doesn't this feel awkward to you guys? We just had an all-out fight with him yesterday.
Just consider that part of the trial we've been given. Running won't solve anything.
Hey! Over there! Isn't that Naoya?
Wait, he's surrounded by demon tamers.
He is without a comp at the moment, which places him in danger.
Yeah!
You're the one that made these comps, right? Well, look, we need your help.
Nonsense. You're wasting your time. I have no reason to help you.
What? Looks like you need us to teach you how things work around here.
Huh? What the hell are you looking at?
What? You...
What did you say? We ain't gonna show mercy just 'cause you're kids.
Boss, this could be trouble. These are those Messiah guys.
The Messiah? We'll let you go this time.
I'm glad you're safe. It's been a while.
Spare me. You and I have no business. Or have you come with a favor-baited hook? What? Let me guess. You found yourselves in a fix.
We have come here to speak to you as Cain.
What's the difference? Naoya is just the name given to this incarnation. I don't change. Not in my past life, not in this one, and not in the next. Go ask your beloved God about it. He's the one who saddled me with this curse. You'll never understand. There's no need to understand the pain of eternal memory. Right you are. The paths we walked were very different ones. If you had chosen to war with God as I wanted, maybe you'd understand a fraction of it. But you chose to walk at his side instead. What business could we possibly have now? Help me? You want to help me? Interesting. Then help me. Well, I'm waiting. You can't understand the humiliation he put me through, the pain that worsens daily. The only one in this world who can understand me is myself. Leave me. If you continue to pester me, I'll kill you.
It's unfortunate, but he won't speak with us now even if we pursue him. But that aside, were you able to glean anything from his words?
Yeah, you're right. It did seem that way.
But I don't think that's all. He kept saying you'd never understand. Isn't that his way of saying he wants to be understood?
I think we should find out first what made his heart so warped.
Then let us search for someone knowledgeable about Cain.
That sounds like a plan. It's not easy to truly understand someone. But if we don't understand Cain, we'll never find a way to save him from damnation. Let's keep at it. We can't give up.
Alright, so we found Naoya, but that really didn't go anywhere. So now we need a theologian, and holy cripes, look at all the events that opened up here. We got quite a lot to go over, so let's, boy, there is a lot to check out here, so I think let's make another save state here, and let me just look here. Yeah, this one should be fine. Alright, so let's, you know what, let's start from the top. Let's see what Amane has to say.
Hey, Amane. Do you know about Japanese mythology, too?
I have some knowledge of it, yes.
Oh, good! Then can you tell us what kind of god O-Kuninushi is?
Then I'll explain. O-Kuninushi is the creator god of Japan, as written in the Kojiki. What else? He took Suserihime, Susanoo's daughter, as his wife. But O-Kuninushi died twice before meeting Suserihime.
Huh? Twice? How'd he get killed so often?
He was murdered by his brothers. First, he was burned to death, then crushed. Each time, his mother, Sasukuni Wakahime, resurrected him. And on the third attempt, O-Kuninushi, just as he was about to be pierced to death by arrows, finally fled. That was when he reached the country ruled by Susanoo.
Wow, talk about a stormy life. I so wouldn't want to go through any of that.
After those traumatic events, Susanoo told him to create a nation. Japan is the result.
Yeah, even if he did make it, we're the ones actually living here.
The land's creator and its inhabitants. Neither can give any ground. Still, in order for him to lead the people of this country, we must overcome O-Kuninushi's ordeal.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Amane. Let's move on.
Alright, so a little bit of lore on O-Kuninushi for those who are not familiar with Japanese mythology here. Let's get to these events in Central Street and at the Bugekan.
Leave me alone! I had nothing to do with that!
I don't give a damn if you did or didn't. You demon tamers are all the same.
What's going on? It looks like a civilian and a demon tamer are arguing.
Yikes. And not only that, but we're dealing with the brand of death.
Yes, of course. After you.
Demon tamers kill people mindlessly. I'll wipe you out for the good of society.
No, I would never do such a thing. Please, you have to believe me.
Then why do you still have a comp? Hurry up and let go of it.
That is enough. We will hear you out from this point on.
What the hell are you here for? Get out of my way or I'll kill you too.
Whoa, dude, calm down.
That guy has a comp. He's just waiting to attack. Are you gonna defend a bum like that? Then hurry up and do it, kid.
Demon Tamer, you know who we are, yes? Please cooperate and turn in your comp.
But going without a comp would leave me vulnerable.
God?
The comp is an emblem of those who have been ensnared by the power of demons. If you wish to escape judgment by the angels, surrender it now.
All right. Well then, let's destroy this, shall we? There we go!
My comp!
You have no more business with this man now, I assume?
Well then, head back home and leave the rest to us.
All right.
Well, if he's let go of his comp, I'm done here. See yas. What?
You said a moment ago that you will kill demon tamers. Have you been killing?
Huh? Yeah, of course I was. I offed them before they could off me. Those demon tamers were whacking guys with the power of the comp. The guy that took care of me was killed. Rumor was a demon tamer did it. That's why I hunted down that demon tamer. I was gonna make him pay. Fortunately, I found him right off and got my revenge. What do you know? Those murdering demon tamers were everywhere. A demon tamer doesn't have to get his hands dirty so they don't blink at killing. I ain't ashamed at offing those bastards. What are you talking about? It was easy. You notice demon tamers don't keep their demons summoned all the time. If I blindside them when they don't expect it, they don't have time to summon Jack. Anyways, that's my strategy for whacking those heartless murdering tamers. You still think I'm wrong? What I did saved lives, you know. Right? You're pretty understanding.
First you sought revenge, then to help others. That much I understand. But the man a moment ago was clearly no threat to anyone.
What are you getting at?
You began to enjoy going after demon tamers, like a hunter with his prey. Am I wrong?
I enjoy it? Are you saying I'm no better than those damn demon tamers? Damn it! So the Messiah can read people's minds too?
You admit then that you have erred?
It was definitely about revenge at first. And I got thanked the second time. Oh, that made me so happy. I kept on killing tamers. Until I didn't care if I got thanked. I started thinking I'd be forgiven for killing them just because they were tamers. Damn it! Where did I go wrong? Hey, Messiah. Have I gone nuts? Am I done for? Is that true?
Yep, the brand of death is gone.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ignore me.
Don't you feel different now after talking to him?
You're right, yeah. It's like I'm calmer. Like a knot in my stomach's gone.
Prior to this, you were in a state where you could not be redeemed. But as you spoke with him, you reflected on your actions and righted yourself. Your murders remain, but the difference is that now, you can begin to atone for them.
Okay, you guys are right. I'll turn myself into the cops, and I'll make up for all the sins I committed. Thanks, bro. Messiah, whatever. If I hadn't met you, I'd have been done for.
That was splendidly done. To think the brand of death could be removed through mere conversation. There's no need to be modest. Our role is to support you.
But man, as scary as that guy was, I'm really glad to know he won't be judged.
Yeah, when you guys first talked about God's order, I thought it'd be super hard. Like, most people wouldn't be able to keep up with the new rules and it'd be a big mess. But seeing it in action, I'm relieved that there aren't so many really awful people.
Yeah. Maybe everyone, deep in their hearts, wants to live a good life.
Let's make this the best world it can be.
Oh, wasn't that nice? We were able to redeem another person. And there's another thing happening at Central Street. Geez, we got so many events to get through. Well, that's neither here nor there. I'm sure the game will weed out the ones that are not mandatory as we progress. So let's go to the Bugekon next.
Is that... Look over there.
Huh? An angel? It looks like it has something to say.
Messiah, it seems you have been given a new ordeal by the guardian deity of this land. He has lent his strength to demon tamers, and now they stand in opposition to you. But the Lord believes that you will overcome this ordeal and spread his order. Your resolve is commendable. We too believe in you, but you must know this. The ordeal was a transaction between you and the guardian deity. We cannot intervene. Similarly, we cannot judge the demon tamers who have been granted the deity's power. We suggest that you leave the mission to spread God's order and manage sinners to us. You will then be able to focus fully on overcoming the guardian deity's ordeal.
So you're not gonna help us?
The future of this nation is in your hands. We expect great things from you.
Oh well, we have to do something by sundown, or he says he'll remake Japan.
It's up to us then. Let's do our best.
You know what? I'm gonna make another save state here just in case we lose access to that event in Central Street. More for my benefit, so I don't have to rewatch that scene with redeeming the guy again. So let's make that next save state here. Making so many this video. Alright, next up, let's see what Haru has to say. We've been neglecting our good friend here, and I'm just checking out, yeesh. So much to get through, so little time.
Long time no see. How have you been? Cool, good to hear. Well, take care of yourself. You belong to everyone now, right? I've been hearing about you, you know. You became the Messiah, right? You're an overlord, but a Messiah at the same time. You really are an oddball. I can hardly call you a rebel, but you have the spirit of rock in you. It's interesting. But man, even if it was for mankind, I can't believe you went through with it. Idiot. You really are interesting, you know? Well, you do what you can and I'll do the same. But my songs are my art. They only reach people who can identify with them. I don't identify with them, they identify with my songs. That's how we're different. You put yourself second for the sake of others. I could never do that. Oh, but speaking of doing stuff for others, I saw an interesting thing just now. There was this guy who looked like a punk helping out an old lady in trouble. At first they were both really awkward around each other. The punk was even trying to be polite. You could tell he was way out of practice. But it was strange. People who saw it all gathered around to help out too. Yeah, it was a sight to see. It warmed my heart a little watching it. What you're doing, it's making people happy. So rock on. I'll be rooting for you. Just keep up the good work until the end.
Ah, that was a nice one. And that weeds out the mandatory events, so, yeah, that leaves the mandatory events for us to see. So let's back it up a little bit and check out that event at Central Street that we missed, as well as the other events that we have access to. So I'm just going to cut through these and probably not put too much commentary on them.
Messiah, thank you for what you did back there. Seeing you rehabilitate that Yakuza made my heart feel clean as well. You truly are a Messiah.
You also did well surrendering your comp. If you hadn't, you would have been judged.
I'm glad it didn't come to that. After letting go of the comp and seeing you persuade that Yakuza, I did some thinking. Till then, I had no confidence in myself. I thought if I had a comp, that could change. You're absolutely right. The strength I found wasn't mine, just the comp's. After gaining the comp and then letting it go, I came to realize something. If I don't change how I feel, nothing about me will change. I look around and see people actively trying to adjust to this new world. I need to change too. That's what I decided. I'm truly blessed to have been able to meet the Messiah. Please continue to show us the way. Thank you so much.
I'm glad for people like that, who can come to their own realization without our help. He's the kind of person that we need to keep doing our best to help.
Hey, you there! Could you help us?
Huh? I wonder what's the matter.
It looks like they're in trouble. Let's go see what's up.
Is something wrong?
Yes, a child fell into this fissure here.
A child?
Someone help!
We don't have the equipment to rescue him ourselves.
I don't know how we could help, though.
King of Bel, our new master.
Whoa, what was that? Where did that voice come from?
A demon!
Forgive me, Overlord, for appearing in the human world without being summoned. I heard what is going on. I could go down into the fissure and rescue the child. As you wish.
The demon rescued the child!
Thank you. The demon's scary, but I'm not afraid. It's so funny looking.
Thank you very much. I'll make sure the child gets to safety.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.
So that's what it's like to help people. I will return to the demon world and tell my fellow demons of this. Well then.
Whoa! That was a surprise! I could see a human trying to help, but a demon?
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on. Did that demon just mend his ways?
It's such a surprising turn of events. I don't fully understand it either. But seeing the King of Bel doing good has apparently piqued the demon's interest. It was proof positive that the Messiah's deeds may influence demons for the better.
That's amazing! The good work we've been doing even touched the demons!
There's still much to be done, but let us continue on until all the demons follow suit.
Halt! No trespassing!
Ah! Stop! Don't shoot!
Oh, it's you. Why are you here? Okuninushi, did something happen while I was here?
Okuninushi's forced a pretty tough problem on us.
I see. Must be tough being the Messiah.
So Izuna, do you know anything about Okuninushi?
Well, he's enshrined in Izumo Grand Shrine. He's Sukuna Hikuna's brother. He created Japan. That's about it. Except how the demon tamers acting up have been dropping his name. They're claiming Okuninushi granted them power and they tried to break through here. Their goal seems to have been taking comps out into the world.
Really? Were you okay?
I'm standing here, aren't I? I guess they were careless not thinking I'd have a comp. But they seem to have known this place leads outside. If they came in force.
Yikes! We'll handle things before that happens. Not much time until sundown anyway.
Sundown? You sound like you're really under the gun.
The time limit of Okuninushi's ordeal is sundown today. Once it's up, Okuninushi is going to destroy this land and rebuild anew.
What? He's going to wipe out the whole country? My god. And you just took care of the demons. We're still lifting the lockdown. It seems we've once again burdened you with the fate of Japan. I joined this team to protect my country, but I can't do half as much for it as you. At the very least, I'll guard this place with my life so you can concentrate on the ordeal. So, hang in there and don't give up. I can't do much, but I'll always be on your side.
And that's everything that we needed to check out. Some pretty interesting events there, in particular, redeeming the demon. I wonder if I'll have spare time to pick that event up again. I think that one was pretty fun. But it really doesn't matter if you see it or not. The game really does not care. With that taken care of, let's talk to the people we need to talk to. Oh, there's an event at the Shomenkai headquarters also. Okay, one more event to check out.
That's the Shomenkai building, right? Everyone's outside. Did something happen?
Yeah, let's go.
The Messiah! And Lady Amane, too! Oh, yes. I'm sorry if we worried you. A group of demon tamers who refused to acknowledge the Messiah attacked us.
I feared this might happen. What of the casualties?
Since we outnumbered them, they seem to have given up for today.
I see. So that's why so many of you are outside on guard duty.
Indeed. I'm sorry to have worried you all. Thank you. We'll continue the Lord's work here.
If they left for today, it's possible they'll attack again. I don't like it.
Yeah, with Okuninushi's strength behind them, the Tamers must be getting cocky. That's right. Let's hurry and save Naoya so we can prove to Okuninushi that we're worthy.
Alright, so just a little interesting thing there. Now let's do what we actually came here for. Azuma, help us out. We need to know about Cain.
Ah, Lady Amane. And the Messiah and his followers as well.
Huh? It's that Azuma guy. You're still in the Shomonkai? I assumed you'd be long gone.
After my defeat at your hands, Lady Amane spoke to me when I was at my lowest. Now I am merely a believer, dedicating his life to the Shomonkai. No shame in that.
Wow, you've really changed. It's like you're a totally different person now.
This is fortuitously timed. Why not ask Azuma about Cain?
Of course. If I can be of assistance, then by all means, ask away. What do you need?
We have to find some means of salvation for Cain.
I see. I understand your predicament. I will tell you what I know about Cain. Adam, the first human that God created, had a number of sons. One of these was Cain, who was Abel's older brother. Cain made his way in the world by cultivating the land and farming crops, while Abel made himself a shepherd. Does this make sense so far?
That sounds pretty normal. How'd that lead to murder? Did they not get along?
No, none of the scriptures mention anything like that.
Then what would have made him kill his brother?
I was just coming to that tragic incident. One day, God ordered Cain and Abel to prepare offerings to him. Cain offered the crop that he cultivated, and Abel offered his firstborn lamb.
I see. Cain cultivated the land, so he offered crops. And Abel was a shepherd, so he offered a lamb. But that led to murder?
Yes. With both offerings laid out before him, the Lord only found joy in Abel's. Feeling this was unreasonable, Cain became angry, which was his motive to kill Abel. This is the truth behind the world's first murder. You understand Cain's anger, but you mustn't forget Abel, who was the crime's victim. But the world's first murder was not the true sin. God knew, of course, that Cain had killed Abel, but he asked Cain, "Where is your brother?" Cain answered by saying, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Yes, he claimed not to know, despite being the one who had killed Abel. But it is impossible to lie to the Lord. In the end, the earth spoke of Cain's deeds and exposed the murder. And so God cursed Cain with eternity and placed vengeance sevenfold to protect him. Whoever tries to kill Cain will receive vengeance sevenfold. So saith the Lord. Once started, the cycle of revenge never ends. He must have meant to forestall it. Cain was thus given safety, yet in return he was forced to face his sin for eternity.
He was then driven from his idyllic life to wander the earth forever.
Cursed to remember one's sin for eternity. It could be called God's ordeal for Cain. God is all-knowing. Of course he has the power to see into the future. It's possible that was why he yearned for Cain to face his sin rather than punish him. Cain was a farmer. When the lamb was accepted, he should not have been angered. And despite his anger, he should not have murdered his brother. And even when the sin had been committed, he should not have hidden his misdeed. I believe that those were a series of ordeals for Cain, to grasp what he was meant to learn from them. That is what Cain faces to this day.
I get that God gave Cain a series of ordeals from what you just told us, but doesn't that mean Abel getting killed was part of those ordeals? I doubt God would have overlooked the possibility that Abel might be killed.
Yes, God is all-knowing, so he must have foreseen it.
Then that's like Abel was left to die. Why did God do such a thing?
It is not given to mere humans to know his ways. But if you still yearn for an answer, you must consider God's ultimate intentions. Unfortunately, that is all I can tell you. Please look after yourself, Messiah.
God's ultimate intentions, huh?
So Cain's punishment will never end until he figures it out.
The question is what Cain must discover, and if he will reach the enlightenment God desires.
We have to decipher what God wants? How the hell are we supposed to know that?
Hey, I noticed something about the story. I don't think God did forsake Cain.
Huh. Well, now that you mention it, it does seem that way. If that's the case, could we make Naoya see that? It might change his mind.
And that's that taken care of. Now we just have to talk to Honda. I do have to wonder, if we did not get the event where we battled Azuma, if the start of that scene would play out differently. It's one of those things that there's just so many variations of how you can approach this game, certain minor things might change. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk to Honda now.
Oh, isn't that Honda over there?
He looks really depressed. Then again, we did stop him from escaping from here.
But that's not our fault! We couldn't let him take a comp out! He would have wrecked stuff with Susanoo's power!
Yeah, that's true, but...
Hey, that reminds me. Honda knows a lot about demons and mythology, right? Remember when Kaido called Pazuzu? He knew right away what kind of demon it was. Yeah, let's try asking him. Hi, Mr. Honda.
Oh, hello. I don't have a comp anymore. I have no intention to fight.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. We're not looking for a fight. We came to ask you something.
Sorry. I'm not in the mood. So Okuninushi has a condition for abdicating. That's why you want to save Cain?
Yes, but even apart from that, we'll never get a chance like this. If we can save Naoya and the country will be spared, we figured we had to do it. Please, tell us what you know. It doesn't matter how insignificant it seems.
Come on, Mr. Honda! It's to save everyone, not just us!
All right. I'll tell you what I know.
Ah, thank you.
But I have to say, I'm no divinity scholar. I can only give you my personal opinion.
That's quite all right. Please, go on.
Cain is the human race's oldest murderer. Did you know that much?
Oh, yes. Azuma of the Shomonkai told us about it.
All right. Then I'll skip that part. What I find most interesting about the story of Cain is why God, who's supposed to be all-knowing, let Cain commit murder. If you think of it that way, Cain's not the villain of the story. He's the victim. It's not just Cain. Lots of stories exist to relate a lesson to the listener. For example, you might warn someone not to touch hot water, or they'll get burned. The person you warn will obviously be careful when handling hot water, but the consequences aren't fully conveyed, so they might not use all due cautions. However, if they see someone get burned, they'd understand the danger then. In other words, if you want to teach a lesson, it's most effective to set an example. I believe Cain was chosen by God as that example. That's my theory, anyway. In truth, many such sacrifices appear throughout the Bible. A single human is used to set an example for many. That's the real character of God. Of the stories I know, the worst sacrifice would be in the book of Job. You'll have to ask someone else about that. I'm done talking. Please, leave me.
We really appreciate it. Are you all right, Mr. Honda? You don't seem well.
My son died.
What?
I made contact with the outside. That's when I found out he didn't make it.
Oh. My condolences to you.
So don't bother me anymore. Just leave me be. Just leave me alone.
Mr. Honda, thank you for everything. I feel sorry for Honda.
Wow, that's awful.
Poor Honda. He wanted to see his son so bad, too. Hey, could the Messiah, bring back someone who died? Probably not, huh?
I'm afraid that's impossible, even for the Messiah.
Thought so. Oh, I hate to bring this up now, but before I forget, Honda mentioned the Book of Job. What's that about?
It seems he knows, but for the rest of you, I will explain in detail.
That'd be great, thanks.
It began with something Satan said when he challenged God. Job, your favorite of men, is pious, but is his piety honest? Upon hearing this, God permitted Satan to test Job's righteousness. He was given leave to inflict all manner of cruelty on Job, provided his life was spared. And so Satan destroyed Job's property and children and covered his body with boils.
What? No way! Isn't that like a fate worse than death?
Exactly. Job was in such pain that everyone was sure he would choose death. But suicide would be a betrayal of God, and Job was too pious to take his life. 3 of Job's friends came to see him in this condition and said this to him: "Your disease is a punishment for going against God. Admit it and seek his forgiveness." But Job knew that he was not at fault and rebuffed his friend's advice. "Then what is that disease?" they asked. "It can only be a punishment from God." And Job said, "Thus I ask the Lord, why? Only tell me where I have wronged you."
His faith was incredible. Any normal person would have been cursing God's name.
Yes, but Job refused. All he thought was this: "I recall doing nothing wrong. I want to know God's reason for my misfortunes." Seeing that Job's faith never faltered, Satan gave up his torments and left. Afterward, God removed Job's disease and gave him longevity for adhering to his faith. And that is the story told in the book of Job.
Job's faith was amazing, but wasn't it cruel to torture him to make a point?
What Job displayed was true conviction. God believed Job's faith would never falter. When the ordeal was over, he tended to Job himself. God never forsakes his children. Do you recall the metaphor Honda mentioned? Indeed, he meant that when you see someone else suffer, you understand the danger. In other words, true faith can be taught by the example of Job's suffering. The book of Job teaches that however painful things are, faith will win in the end.
Huh? But what does that have to do with Cain? To become enlightened.
You're absolutely correct. I believe you're on the right track. If the first murderer faces his sin and gets beyond it, it would be an inspiration. Despite one's sins, one may repent and find enlightenment. Isn't that what God wants?
Then is that why Cain got hit with eternal punishment? Yikes! Now he's being tested like crazy!
That's a hell of a test. How heavy must his burden be?
His punishment is ongoing, which means his ordeal isn't over yet. But that aside, I'm more curious about Abel, the sacrifice for this ordeal. Cain was given the chance to reach enlightenment through eternal reincarnation. But Abel died, robbed of his chance to ponder not only enlightenment, but everything.
You're right now that you mention it. We keep focusing on Cain's punishment, but...
Abel, God's child, do you resent being killed? Abel's grudge over what happened to him cast his soul into the demon world. But you have forgiven Cain. That is most likely why you were chosen as the Messiah.
Okay, we understand about Abel now. But what do we do about Cain? About Nalia?
We are spreading God's order. In doing this, we have faced a number of sinners. Some were not saved. But there were a few we managed to bring salvation to. Why not try to identify similarities among those who were saved? Admitting one's sins is an important step, but is that all? They confessed to the sins they committed and tried to atone for them. A sin cannot be taken back, but by admitting them, one can atone for one's actions. Isn't that the path Cain should take to be saved from his eternal punishment?
It's hard for me to believe a man like him hasn't realized that already.
Maybe he doesn't want to admit it? It's like admitting he got played by God. No one likes being used, and now he'd like it even less than most people.
Yes, no matter how difficult it may be, we need to do this.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure he'll understand.
All right, then let's do our best for our buddy Nalia.
Yeah, I have to admit, with that whole thing with the Book of Job, popular culture always portrays that as God doing his ordeals to Job directly, but that's the first time I've heard a variant where Satan was given free reign instead. Of course, most people also live out the fact that God restored Job's property and gave him a new family, because, when it was written, people had a pretty laissez-faire attitude about the value of individual human lives, but that's not important right now. Hey, there's a battle with Kaido. Yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk to Nalia first.
Oh, it's Nalia. Hey, could I try talking to him first? Thanks. I want you to keep a close eye on what he does. Okay, here goes. Hello, Nalia?
You never learn, do you? I don't recall you having time to waste.
Hey, Nalia, you already know how you can end Cain's punishment, don't you?
So what if I do?
I knew it. So why don't you just go ahead and do it? I mean, it must be terrible to be reborn with all your past memories.
Nonsense. I welcome the eternity I've been given. I have as many lives as I need to gain infinite knowledge and eventually kill God. Now there's a silly question. Hate is too kind a word to describe it. True, I killed Abel with my own hands. However, it was God who made me do it. He knew everything and still loved you while spurning me. He should have been fair. It was God who sparked my urge to kill. I have every right to get revenge on him.
But before you committed your sin, Cain, God told you to hold yourself back.
He set me up for what happened, and he wanted me to hold myself back? Then why deliberately stoke my desire to kill? A fool would know I couldn't offer a lamb, and he's holding me responsible? Quite so. God's actions inflamed me to kill. Do you still say God is blameless? You and I, we're both innocent victims of God's trickery. Looking at you puts me in mind of Job, who continued to praise God in his suffering. God did not hesitate to sacrifice the two of us in order to teach others. God's arrogance led to your death. Your resulting grudge cast you into the demon world. And now, after your rebirth as a Bel, after God's ordeal, you're still being tested. After all this, would you still claim to love God? You fool. You really are the same as Job, with your blind faith in God. Then why did you fall to the demon world and become a Bel? Why are you now the Overlord? It proves you were consumed with wrath over your death. Your hatred still burns. Ah, but I see. It wasn't God you came to hate. It was me.
What? No! Nalia, he...
Fine, fine. There's no use bluffing. I killed Abel once, and I also instigated the lockdown you were forced into. If I hadn't developed the comp and given it to you, you'd have all been safe. Now tell me true, Abel. You hate me, don't you?
That's right. You don't understand anything about him. Whatever happened before he was born, you're part of his family. Why won't you understand? He doesn't hate you. You just keep insisting it.
Your true thoughts are shining through. Yes, I'm the one who set all this up. Why don't you just admit it already? I manipulated you, used you as pawns. No need to feel bad about it. It's natural you'd hate me, as that was my intention. What you want is none of my concern. I'll use any tool at hand to get my revenge. What are you talking about? I don't remember that at all.
That's right. You made sure to leave it to him whether to become Overlord or not. If you really wanted, you could have ignored our feelings and done whatever. You were thinking of what's best for him. The proof is that you let him make his own choice about which path to take.
Say what you will. What a credulous pack of morons you are. That's why you're being used by God as his Messiah. I haven't the time for you. Leave me.
Oh, wait! Nalia! He's gone. Did we screw that one up? Yeah, we did what we could.
I cannot be sure, but something in his voice seemed different. I hope our conversation will drive Cain to change.
Nalia.
And with that, we're left with only, well, two choices, actually. But you know what? We've already seen Haru, and we've already seen the thing at Central Street. So let's see what's going on with Kaido over there. Let me just make a save state in case we're blocked off from anything here. Let's overwrite this one right here. There we go. And we're getting close to the end of the day here. Oof, this video has been an endeavor to record.
Everyone, it's too dangerous. Please stay away from Wano.
What is the matter?
Oh, Lady Amane and the Messiah. Demon Tamers are attacking the SDF in Wano. Thank you so much, but be careful.
You bastards are in our way. I don't care what this Messiah is, I'm against it. We got power from Master Okununushi, and he created Japan. We don't gotta do what any damn angel tells us.
That doesn't mean we'll let you run riot like this.
Ha! You think you can beat demon tamers with guns?
We'll stand our ground, even if we're facing you demon tamers.
Is that so? Then I hope you came prepared.
What a pain. I can't even watch this.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
Ha! Just a guy with a personal connection to this mess. Sorry, but I'm butting in.
You little brat. Drop the attitude.
Yeah, enough talk. Bring it. If you want to play, dumbasses, I'll play.
You're dead, kid.
That is enough. Cease this affront to his order.
Took you long enough? Could you go any slower?
Kaido?
Damn it. More of them. But that ain't gonna stop us.
And once again, we have another mission to prevent Tamers from escaping, but with an unlikely ally this time. Kaido's helping us out. We gotta make sure he doesn't get killed. And it's a bit unfortunate for him that he's right towards the front of the battle. Let me get the team set up, and let's try and get through this as quickly as we can. Alright, got this set up here. We want to set up a blockade at both of these points here, so that we can hopefully keep people from coming through. Of course, we're going to have to deal with, phantasms, ranged attacks, this guy who looks like Joker over here, and in general, just things that are designed to get around the blockade, but I think we should be fine. Let's get this battle underway. I'm going to have Amane and Yuzu hold back so that anybody who potentially gets around, we can just have them pick them off. Alright, let's get into position here. Need a devil speed boost to get here, and let's start blocking these areas off.
I knew I wouldn't be able to cut it.
You morons! He's the one going through all the grief, so enough crap!
Damn it, you guys are monsters!
We don't stand a chance!
Just wanted to show off here that Kaido and the SDF
Damn it, I thought we had this.
actually can contribute to the defense here, which is much appreciated, because look at all these guys we've got coming in. It's a massacre.
What's with these guys? Even the power Okuninushi gave us isn't working.
Bastards, I'm screwed. Bastards, I'm screwed.
I would just like to let it be known that I had to redo this stupid mission twice, because 2 times a guy got behind my back line, and the massive speed bonus they get from Okuninushi made it impossible for me to catch him before he got away.
Oh, it's over. Jeez, what a pain.
Thank you. Your assistance was invaluable.
Okay then, the rest is up to you guys.
Thank the Lord you're safe.
Truly remarkable. We shall be more cautious in that area from now on.
Whew, man, that was tough. I'm glad you were there to help out, Kaido.
Those SDF guys seem so flimsy, I could just stand back and watch. So yeah, what's going on with all this? Demon Tamers seem really fired up.
It's because of this Okuninushi guy.
Okuninushi's ordeal? You guys just jump right from the frying pan into the fire.
I can't really argue with that.
Anyways, Ueno's in decent shape, but you're gonna have trouble all over at this rate.
Nikaido, if you wouldn't mind, could you continue to lend us your strength?
What? Work with you?
Civilians' possession of comps is forbidden by the Lord. That is why I thought it would be best if you were an official ally of ours.
Another pain in the neck. Nothing good's happened to me ever since I met you guys. Guess I don't get a choice. Count me in. With all you're doing, I can't say no.
Thank you, Nikaido.
Shut up, Featherbrain. Don't call me Nikaido. You guys deal with the ordeal Okuninushi gave you. I'll make sure the Tamers don't escape. And hurry up and get it over with, will ya? I've about had it with this lockdown.
We need to hurry and convince Naoya. There's not much time left.
Looks like things are as frantic as ever for you guys. Look, come out of this on top, got it? What you're doing is making the world better.
Really? Like how?
Some guys in Shibuya I know left the lockdown this morning. But by noon, they were back. They said it was to amend or something. I don't get it.
They left, but they came back to atone for the things they've done.
Yeah, they're helping to haul stuff and carry out injured people. You know, whatever it was the angel said to do. Love your neighbor, was it? Maybe seeing you guys work hard for other people set something off inside him. Well, anyways, I thought I could do my share too. I don't know who this Okuninushi guy is, but go and beat the snot out of him. See ya.
People were watching what we've been doing!
Yeah, our work is steadily bearing fruit.
All right! Hearing that makes me even more excited to do this.
Yeah!
Alright, it's time to take on Okuninushi. So, now with all said and done, no events left are available to us, but we can now go to a new area in Akasaka, Sakas. I better save state here because this fight is actually probably the hardest final boss fight in the game. So let's get ready for this one, because we've got quite the ordeal ahead of us. Let's see if Okuninushi is satisfied with what we have done.
We haven't seen Naoya at all. I wonder where he went.
Yeah. We'll just have to believe in him from here on.
Human who calls himself Messiah. The agreed upon hour has come.
Ah! Speak of the devil!
Now, the time given to you has passed, and you failed to save the eternal sinner. Henceforth, I will remove you from this land and begin the foundation for a new nation. Absolutely not. You broke your vow and are unworthy of leadership of this land. First, I will exterminate the humans of this bell-poisoned city.
What? You're going to kill the people of Tokyo?
Easily. Behold!
Whoa! Cherry blossoms? But it's summer!
I have created entire nations. I must simply begin my work over again.
She's right! Even if you did make this land, there's some things you can't do!
Midori? I'm dude? Whatever.
We were born here and have always lived here. God or no God, you can't destroy it.
Your words do not sway me. If you interfere, then I shall simply annihilate you. Alright, time for the final battle against Okuninushi. And this guy is pretty legit, has excellent resistances across the board, Holy Strike, Beast Eye to Double Strike, his Creator skill which gives him a range of 6, and he has Anti-All, no weaknesses to exploit, so you really want to have a good team lineup to take him out. And yeah, definitely be mindful of that 6 range there. Okay, so let me get my team set up as I feel ideal, and I will be right back. Alright, I think what I've got here should be good, so let's get this battle underway. King of Bel and self-styled Messiah, you and I both died at the hand of our brothers. If you were truly the Messiah, I would have entrusted this country to your care. But you did not fulfill your promise to me. I cannot relinquish this land to you. Your struggle is meaningless. Now witness my power! And yes, he is able to attack everyone, and when this happens, it gets ever so slightly stronger every time, so be mindful of that. Impressive that you frail humans withstood that, but how much can you endure? Oh, you'd be surprised how much we can take. So we want to, I've got Behemoth here to help me out. We just want to park ourselves at the edge of his range, so what, right about here? Yeah. And then we should be able to go in no problem by using Devil Speed. I have Yuzu set up to guard the back line here. Enemies are going to be continually funneling in this battle. Let's see. I'm not going to have Atsuro take on that demon since he doesn't have a good setup for it. Now, let me see here. Do I want to use a prayer? Yeah. Better make sure that our HP stays topped off here. Do not want to get careless on that. And we'll have Amane come over here. not overly concerned about what these guys are going to do. It's totally fine to just let these guys approach us at their leisure, as they are simply of no threat to us, though we do have to be mindful of every fizz repel here. Quite a few Rangdas hanging out here. Oh, that's rather annoying. Oh well. Ultimately, those guys just sped to their Garuda-assisted deaths. Hey, didn't you know suicide is a sin? Don't be doing that. I've got Yuzu set up with Yerlinger, so she is able to maintain the initiative on the defensive. And we just got guys pouring in. Fortunately, because Rang does have pretty terrible HP, they don't do so well against being sniped by the errant Holy Dance. Man, the fact that Holy Strike does not benefit from Fizzamp is really unfortunate for it. It really hurts its ability to contribute in situations where you just have those demons that you needed to get around their physical resistance, and it just doesn't do the damage that you'd like for it. Let me see here. Let's give my team a quick heal here. And let's get on over to Okuninushi. I'm sure we're just able to smash his face and finish this battle right quick. Yeah, didn't even need the boost from, what was it, Devil Speed. Come, self-styled Messiah, I shall rip that mask from you. So, here we are with Okuninushi. Let's take him on. I don't think he's going to stand up very well to our multi-striking, our holy dancing, especially if we get the dual shadow procs. Ooh. Unfortunately, no dual shadow proc there. Some pretty nasty damage, actually. But he is no match for my holy dances. Hitting the gritty on him. Alright, that's the fight won. I am shocked that you held such power.
Yes! We beat Okuninushi!
Okuninushi resurrected? No matter. My mother shall resuscitate me.
What the? Does this mean he can't die?
Yeah, you remember that story Amane was telling? He has resurrected thrice, so just taking him out one time isn't nearly enough to finish him off. We need to hit him hard and hit him repeatedly. Here comes Holy Whip. Oof, it's a little bit spicier that time. And yes, every time he resurrects, or I think every time he uses it, well, some mixture of that, it gets ever so slightly stronger, so yeah, be careful of that. Do you see how I gain strength through the love of my mother? Each time I am resurrected, my powers grow. Will you continue to challenge me? You haven't really given us much of a choice, buddy. I don't really see what you're trying to say there. Haha, silly individual. Do I want to... Yeah, I'll affection me. Let's have Atsuro. Not the best guy to be taking these demons on, but should be able to manage. Actually, should I? I think we can make it work. Fortunately, the order of operations did go through how I desired there, although I did not get any healing going, so gotta be mindful of that. Little on the squishy side there. We'll just have Yuzu hold steady and keep taking these guys out. Good stuff, good stuff. It is so nice to just be able to delete the enemies. If this is your first playthrough and this is the final boss you got, this is definitely one heck of a fight to have to go through. Especially because taking out Okuninushi just the once is nowhere near enough to actually finish this fight out. Let me see here. Yeah, Mane is the only one with healing on this team, so gotta ever use a prayer to top us off. But fortunately, Remiel, he's got that bloodline there. Basically completely refunds the cost of it. Not quite, but almost. Alright, we're hanging in there. Let's see, next up... Okay, he didn't use the whip again. I was actually really curious to see if he used it multiple times when his actions come up. It's a very good thing the AI doesn't realize how broken multi-strike is in the hands of Garuda. Otherwise, their Garudas might be a lot more threatening. Let me see here. I want to check this. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be one short. Just wanted to see if I could bring in Cabracan and use an animal leg to get further there, but that's not in the cards. So instead, we'll just park ourselves here. Okay, he's not using another whip. We'll be able to Devil Speed the next turn to get up to him. In the meantime, let's focus on taking out some of these guys. I think, yeah, she can only reach this one anyway. But Amane should be able to take out these guys right here. Boy, do I wish I still had Meggy DeLon or Holy Dance on this specific Garuda. I was really hoping for a Magnetite overload there. Let's, yeah, definitely need a prayer after that. Oof. These enemies aren't a massive threat to me, but they are still a threat, so I gotta be careful. Could very easily end up losing this fight and have to do it over, which I've already had to do that once this recording, well, twice this recording. Would rather if I could avoid that. Alright, fortunately, this guy is of no problem to Atsuro. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The chicken in this case, of course, being Garuda. He's a good chicken. I appreciate him. Oof, this has just been a nasty battle all around. Yep, here comes the Holy Whip. Oof. Spicy. Fortunately, not any damage that we can't handle. Alright, that's the best you got? Okay, Yuzu probably just needs a heal here, so let's have Nyarlathotep give us a quick prayer. And now that that's done, let's Devil Speed up and show Okunanushi what for. He revived once. We can probably presume that he's going to revive again, but hopefully we can just weather the storm of this battle. Also gotta be mindful of my MP here. Gonna need to hit him with a drain to top myself off. Okay, so let's get the drain going. Kinda forgot that, oh right, I should be actually commentating the Okuninushi battles. For once, I actually don't want Dual Shadow to proc on something. It would actually be undesirable if Garuda took him out before I could drain him. Kinda wish I could, ooh, ow. Looks like, did he have Pierce at the start of this fight? I didn't see that. Whatever. Get another opportunity to drain him here. Keep Holy Striking him. Or multi-striking him, rather. There we go, no problem there. Do have to be careful of the next whip that he uses. As a matter of fact, let me give myself a point of vitality. Ugh. Not for damage resistance purposes, just for every little bit of HP I can get. Yeah, yeesh. This guy just does not quit. He doesn't know how to quit. Okuninushi resurrected. I sense Mother's love. New strength rises within me.
As I thought, he will not perish so easily.
Eesh, this fight just keeps on going. Here comes another whip. Ugh, nasty. Definitely gonna need to hit my team with a Samarakarm to get Garuda back in position. Well done in enduring my renewed power, but will you survive the next one?
What a pitiful display. Will you get a grip on yourselves? It's unseemly.
What? Naoya!
Stop yelling. Okuninushi resurrects through his mother Sashikuni Wakahime's power.
You who have been cursed with eternity, why have you come here?
I have nothing to say to you, other than to ask that you hurry and die.
You will be the one to defeat me? What can you do, alone against I?
Do I look alone to you? Your eyes must have weakened during your long slumber. Look at those assembled here. It's he who will slay you. I am Cain, and I have come to give aid to my brother Abel.
Alright, Naoya has had a change of heart, and he's going to help us. We also...
Naoya, you're here! But why?
I'm under no obligation to answer that. Concentrate on slaying Okuninushi.
Alright, so Naoya is here, and he's actually here to help us for once. What a novel concept. Does he have any demons with him? Okay, yes. So we don't have to worry too much about protecting him. Or rather, keeping him in good standing. Need a prayer from Nara the Thotep here. We are doing pretty rough. And let's get that Samarakarm through so that Garuda can get back into things. Hopefully my turn comes up quick so that I can actually,
Tell me, Okuninushi, did you forgive the older brother who killed you twice?
There was naught to forgive. It only needed to be accepted as a fact.
Sounds respectable, but all you did was run for your life, pathetic godling.
What?
He at least didn't run. Though he died and became a Bell Demon, he had his dignity.
What are you driving at?
Huh. Don't you see? I'm saying he is more fit to lead this land than you.
Naoya!
Anyone who flees, not once, but twice, can't beat him. Admit defeat and leave.
I cannot. Relinquishing this land to someone unworthy is out of the question. To think you would corner me this badly. Truly a pity. Self-styled Messiah, you have that much power, yet stand in opposition to me. I cannot relinquish this land to you. Your severed heads will be its new foundation.
He is my brother, you boor. I won't let you kill him.
You who have been cursed with eternity, your presence changes nothing.
You aren't even phased.
For what purpose have you come here?
My intentions?
A barrier? My mother's love can't reach me now. You who have been cursed with eternity, is this your doing?
How does that sound? Are you a little more motivated now?
You believe that you can win with something like this? Fool. Alright, but now Okuninushi is vulnerable. We can actually defeat him. Also, man. We're just gonna need Atsuro to wait here. I was hoping that, like, he just barely... something would be in range so that I could pull out Cabrakan and just have Atsuro run up and do the finishing blow. And of course they're staying still. You guys are trying to make this a bit of a pain on me. Alright, who are they gonna go for? That is A-okay. Fortunately for me, Yuzu is still set up for dealing with Babel, so she is just cleared to delete enemies with elect weaknesses. Okay, let's see here. He still has the 6 range, right? Yes. Okay, so... yeah, wouldn't be a good idea to have Amane do anything about him, because, you know, her Garuda actually cannot attack so long as Magic Yin is in effect. Really should have, maybe grinded out a Mag Overload so I could get Holy Dance onto him. Oh well. Alright, so... let's, decisions, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Let's see, he still has Pierce, right? Yeah, so... nothing I could do there. Let's, I'm gonna take a bit of a risk here, but let's return Amaterasu, bring out Kato Blipas, and hopefully when Atsuro's turn next comes around, I can have him Devil Speed in and dunk on Okuninushi with his Garuda. Okay. And let's start moving in over here and definitely get some healing in. I took a beating from that godly whip. Okay, there we go. We are in good standing now. Let's see here. Let's get, don't really matter too much who I get here. Actually, you know what? Let's get these. Just get Fizz Resistance completely out of the pool, or Fizz Repel, rather. I'm not too concerned about what the Ganeshas are capable of. Now, if you looked at Naoya's stats, you'd notice that he has, like, 999 of everything, so he should be fine. I hope, anyway. Naoya, you better hang in there, because if you die, we have to do this over again, and I am not keen on that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He can do it. Yep, here comes another godly whip. Saw that coming. Alright, so if we can just get up to him with Atsuro, we will have this fight in the bag. Gotta be a little cautious. Looks like the godly whip had been weakened by Naoya's barrier, though. What? The power that Mother granted me! The godly whip has lost so much of its potency! One cursed with eternity! Is this your doing? Such deviousness! I shall begin by sending you to the netherworld.
O Kuninushi, I will not allow you to kill Cain.
Okay, now that that's finally taken care of, this is not the most ideal circumstance to be in, but I think Atsuro can manage this. Let's go. With Pierce Fizzamp multi-strikes, Pierce Fizzamp Deathbounds, I think we've got him. So let's go for this. Deathbound. Let's just have Kato Blepas get us topped off on HP. Yes! Okay. Ooh, oh, that's a disaster. Oh, no. Well, Atsuro is host. Did not expect it to go like that. Ouch. Poor guy. Sorry, Atsuro. You'll be fine. Walk it off. Yeah, okay, now he's fine. Look at that. He's got Medea Rahan. He is set to bear. That was not my finest moment there. I did not expect that to go the way that it did. But it's okay, it's okay. Look, we're bringing him right back. You're good, man. You're good. Walk it off. Shake it off. You're fine. Oof, that was rough. That was hard to watch. Okay, let's get these guys taken out. There we go. I didn't even think that Alec would be so potent in this fight. Alright, so Atsuro is in pretty bad condition, so we're just gonna have him move back up, and hopefully, we can get him back in fighting shape. Alright, give him a quick Samarikarm there for his Garuda. Do I got any more Samarikarms on this team? Yes, Remiel, actually. He should have it. Yes. Alright, there we go. See, Atsuro, he's fine. He's fine. Alright, then he actually should be able to get his revenge. Yes, okay. I'll also make a move in. Better use Medea Rahan here, just to make sure we don't run dry of anything. Alright, these guys are closing in. Those guys are just sitting pretty. Oh, come on, Naoya, actually fight him. Whatever. What the heck is he doing? Okay. Atsuro, I'm giving you a second chance at that. You should be fine. Okay. This time for real. Hold on, Okuninushi. Let me give this another shot. Alrighty, finishing this off for real, as I usually do, with a Pierce Fizzamp multi-strike from Garuda. Just every chance I get, I want to demonstrate how awesome a combo that is. Unbelievable that you would have such power.
Now it ends. Relinquish this nation to him and leave.
Do you think because I yielded to your power that I admitted defeat? One cursed with eternity, I ask you again, why have you come when you are powerless?
Why indeed? I don't know either. Before I knew it, I was here. I'm not trying to deceive you. But he is my brother. I won't allow anyone to hurt him.
How delightful! Eternal sinner Cain, I have seen a droplet of water in the 1,000-year-old ice. A country cannot be created alone. It is accomplished when brothers come together. Self-styled Messiah, you have indeed done well in the ritual of abdication. Heed me, all who lent me their strength. I command you to accept the new Messiah. Heed me, all who lent me their strength. I command you to accept the new Messiah.
You heard him. Give it up. You have no chance.
Says you! I have Master Okuninushi backing me. What? What's going on? the demon I got from Master Okuninushi disappeared!
Huh. Looks like I owe them another one.
Heed me, all who lent me their strength. I command you to accept the new Messiah.
That voice.
Master Azuma, the demons the Tamers were using to rush the building have vanished.
Truly? I'm glad to hear it. It seems the Messiah has saved the world once again.
Feels like the air's clear again. I guess they did it. Another win for the idiots.
It's over. You certainly made a nuisance of yourself. But you did well. Now go serve God and spread order over the world.
Now ya! There he goes again. And after he took the time to help us, too.
That's so like him. But it was pretty cool that he did this. Still, I wonder why he came. And why did Okuninushi accept us in the end?
In Okuninushi's words, he found a droplet of water in thousand-year-old ice. In other words, a slight change occurred in ice that had never before melted. Whether it will continue to thaw or freeze over again is beyond our knowing. But a change took place in what had seemed changeless. Okuninushi appreciated that.
Whoa, does that mean we were able to move Naoya's heart? Is his punishment over?
People do not change that easily. He is not completely saved, but we made an impact. Okuninushi created the country with Sukuna Hikona, but lost him immediately afterward. He must have responded to Cain's longing to save his brother, heedless of the danger.
Wow! What he did tugged at Naoya's heart. Maybe Cain's punishment isn't over yet, but we changed his mind a little, right? That's so cool! The Messiah really is amazing!
The ritual of abdication has been safely completed. Japan, at least, is safe now. Indeed, that is what I said. There are still many nations in the world, each with their own native gods. As you spread God's order in the world, these gods may appear to defend their lands.
So convincing them is part of the Messiah's job too.
In any case, the only problem left here are the tamers who still hold comps. Well done.
Okuninushi, Japan's creator, accepted the young man as Messiah and performed the ritual of abdication. The demon tamers who received Okuninushi's power acquiesced and surrendered their comps. When there were no more tamers in the lockdown, the young heroes and the Shomonkai disposed of their own comps. Only the young man who has both Messiah and Overlord was capable of wielding the power of demons.
He's going to be God's pawn in creating a world of order. But man's nature won't change that easily. I'll be watching over him to see how far that ideal can be pursued.
The weather's finally started to cool down. It's been a month since the lockdown, huh? It feels like it flew right by.
Huh? Has it been that long already? Wow, that's hard to believe. But thanks to the incident with Okuninushi, most of the tamers turned in their comps. Man, though, Japan sure has changed in the last month. The crime rate here was already low, but now it's close to 2%.
Clean living pays off, right? I think it's incredible.
I can't be Magical Dolly anymore without a comp, but I don't mind at all. After all, a world that doesn't need a hero is the best kind of world.
Can you hear us? It's due to you that God's will reached all Japan in a month. Japan has been thoroughly cleansed and has begun taking steps towards God's order. I pray that the day when His order reaches the entire world will arrive soon. If anyone can do this, I am sure it will be you, Abel, the Lord's beloved child.
And with that, that is Amane's Day 8 completed. We saw everything, and let me tell you, this was a behemoth of a recording. The raw video file is at 3 hours and 40 minutes right now, and I imagine this is still going to be feature length when I start cutting stuff down, but oof. But that is Amane's 8th day. That means we only have Yuzu's 7th day and her 8th day remaining. We are so close to the end. Thank you so much if you watched this whole video. I know it's a lot. I don't blame you at all if you broke it up into several pieces or just didn't watch the whole thing, or skimmed around. That's perfectly acceptable too. But never forget that you must conquer your demon, break your barricade, and if you come hand in hand with me, let's survive. We've got one more route, just one more. We're so close to being done with this game, and I'm so thankful that you've been through all of it with me. Upon completing Amane's 8th day, we get Okuninushi, the ultimate of the Kishin demons, and he's pretty great. So yeah, that's something I'm glad for. But we have no need to save a cleared data. We're going to end the video here, and when we come back, it'll be time for Yuzu's route. Hope to see you then.